Conviction as a frequency powerhouse. So in this live today, I'm going to talk to you about conviction and how that is a support for you to become your new creation in your new identity and bring about the life that you desire. Welcome to Spiritual Stretch. This is day 2 of the commitment to 365 days of coming live. And I share my teachings, well, first of all, through personal experiences, because I can only talk to you about something that I have experienced, that I have embodied. And I take my teachings from the Bible, from wonderful teachers like Sunny and Michael Parisi, Michael Sajadi, Karen Chong. They all deal with frequency awareness, and many other teachers from YouTube. There's really so many of us that are opening up now. And Neville Goddard, that's right. The more perception points we can look at something, the more we understand it. And really, each and every one of us take in information differently. So I like to hear the same things from different perceptions, and that way it can really compact into me. So, Spiritual Stretch, by the way, that's the name of the channel. This is what we are exploring. We are exploring our deepest truth and then empower ourselves to bring about the life that we care to create in freedom, health, and impact. So today it is about conviction. Now, conviction is a frequency that is on top of other frequencies, or more like you need to have cleared within you trust and faith. Conviction stands on top of you trusting that you know that whatever you desire to happen, that it will happen. For you to be able to trust that, you need to have faith. So right now we're going backwards. You need to have faith in the things unseen. And I'm going to bring in this part from the Bible because really, let me put this here. A few years ago, well, many years ago, I attempted to read the Bible and I put it down after a few pages because I could not understand it. I had no idea why people were looking at this because it just seemed not understandable to me. As I started to walk in the self-awareness deeper and deeper and taking deeper journeys within me in the frequency world that we all have, I started to notice that it's not just me that I was walking within, but as a collective. The human collective is a being that is in each and every one of us. So, with the help of Sunny and Michael Parisi, I started to see how to look at the Bible. So now I see that it is a multi-dimensional love letter. And when you can step into that, when you create a relationship, that's a key word, a relationship with the one source that we all emanate from, then you'll start to see what the parables, the stories in the Bible mean. So I want to read this short verse from Hebrews 11. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. Okay, so you need to have hope first. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Through their faith, the people in days of old earned a good reputation. By faith, we understand that the entire universe was formed at God's command that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. Very important. Things don't come from anything that we can see. So what does that tell us? That tells us that there is the divine aspect of ourselves, the aspect that we cannot see, yet that's what creates. So this is where the relationship comes in. When you tend to a relationship daily, then it grows, right? When you tend to your loved one every day, when you spend more time with your loved one, then you start to see and perceive the little nuances, the little communications. And when you tend to this relationship within you with the divine aspect of yourself that is very real, then that expands. You can go deeper than your divine self, your God, your higher, what do we call it? Higher being, highest, oh my gosh, our spirit self. You start to understand the communications. And the more you are able to bring it into your body through spiritual coherence, what I call spiritual coherence, right? Coherent and aligned in mind, body, emotions, and spirit, and all of your beings. Then this communication becomes stronger, and then you take actions in the truth of that communication, and you start to speak that, and then you start to see your world shift. So then trust starts to ground into you. Trust that you see is not wavering anymore. So as you are enfolding within you the hope, and then the faith, and then the trust that yes, this is true. This is true, that what you hear and what you then allow to speak through you brings about the change that you are desiring, that you're looking for. You start to see that when you approach your relationships in the light that you hope for it to be, that all of a sudden people around you start to shift. You know, so then trust becomes this really awesome, delicious feeling within you, because you know it in all of you, that you are seen, that you are guided, and you are guided good. Okay? You are guided for your highest benefit. And then you start to work together with higher self. That's what people say, with your higher self. And then you start to see that actually there is beyond your higher self, that there is God, the source of everything that is. And then when you are in that space, well, soon enough it comes about the truth of Christ within you. The truth of Christ that is in each and every one of us. It is given that it's in each and every one of us. And for those of you who have perhaps a little difficulty with saying or believing that Christ is within you, because I used to be in that place, and many of us used to be in that place, because spiritual shaming is something, or religious shaming is something that has been in the world, period. You know, if you're a human and alive today, it's been in humanity, so it resonates in many of us. So I had to release that from me and come and say, yes, Christ is in each and every one of us. So for those of you where this is still slightly challenging, then we can word it with Neville Goddard's teaching, and he says, imagination. Imagination is in each and every one of us. Imagination is what brings you anything and everything that you desire. Through your imagination, anything is possible. And when you have faith in your imagination, when you trust your imagination, then you can live as that version of yourself who believes the imagination and who takes it, embodies this imagination, and steps forward in it. So, before we get into conviction, I want to bring in one more aspect, our identity. Because ultimately, everything that you believe becomes your identity. Everything that you believe then creates the thoughts that you entertain, or don't even dare to entertain, or choose to entertain. Then that creates your actions and creates your habits, and ultimately it fills in your life and it becomes your identity. You start to believe that that is who you are. If you keep saying something long enough, you're going to believe it. And this is where it comes, that we are at a point in humanity where we realize that the identities we used to live in isn't really our truth. Our identities have been given to us by our parents, by our culture, and it has caused what it has caused, where we see where the world is. You know, a lot of dis-ease, a lot of pain, a lot of chaos. And we are coming out of that. We are closing that off. And actually with 2024, we're done with that. We are really stepping now into this new, recognizing that our identity is our choice. We choose now what we want to believe. We choose now our thoughts, the thoughts we want to entertain, and the actions we take, and so on and so forth. So, yesterday, I brought in the who we are. And if you want to look at that video yesterday, I understand that it cuts off at 12 minutes, right when I wanted to do the very short frequency deep dive. So, the communication I received with that is the frequency deep dives I am going to give it to those of you who are interested. So if you're interested in it, just simply drop me a comment and I will send it to you. For these frequency deep dives aren't for everybody. Meaning, if you're not ready for it, if you don't care, if you just look through this as you're scrolling, it's not going to give you the benefit. And you're really doing more harm than good, because you want to be able to experience the teachings. And for that, you got to give it the attention, the time, the space. So, I'm bringing it back in. I know that I'm introducing a lot of things. So yesterday, we talked about who we are. Who we are is the children of the source of all that is. The one on the throne, beyond religious understandings, and through him and her, then we are given our life. We are given Christ. We are given our imagination. We are given the essence within us, the essence that has the strength to get through the things that we get through, the essence that hopes for better things, the essence that through love makes everything possible. And the love of Christ is grace, and we recognize grace in our lives in everywhere we step. If you just look around yourself and tap or ask, notice how grace is present in your life everywhere. So this is all building up to this frequency base, this platform that you can stand your identity on. So at this point now we come from the source of everything that is, which, you know, if you were to think about it in the human, the three-dimensional level or the physical level, if you believed, if you knew that you were the son or the daughter of the biggest, most high being ever existed, ever exists, and ever will exist, how would you feel? Really, just how would you feel? And actually, I invite you to feel this on your back. Feel this on your back, that you have the highest being ever living supporting you, providing you. You know, are you able to allow that in, within? And this is also what I talked about yesterday, the receivership. This is what we're coming into 2025, to be able to receive our inheritance, our abundance, our greatness, because we are that. So you are the son or the daughter of the Most High being living ever, who then gives us the revelation of himself, herself, and the revelation of you, saying, here, I am in you, you are in me, we are one. So we are given this truth through Christ. Or if you want to say, through your imagination, you are able to receive this information. And as we keep stepping in this identity, as we keep being in the truth, in the depth of this, then we start to see that, oh, hope is a very, very, very important being to be friends with. Because hope is the first star, if you will, the first brilliance, the first point of shine, of light that will come to you in any moments of darkness, any moments where you have walked away from truth, and allow you to receive that. And actually, I invite you to even feel this in your heart. Just take a deep breath and feel what hope feels when all of a sudden there's this hope. There is hope that arises. And you start to turn towards hope. And then as you keep walking in hope, you realize that faith is right there. They are sisters in my perception. And faith is just deeper. She takes you deeper. And then you can hold faith's hand and say, I trust you. I know enough now. I feel this in me, with me, that I am guided for my highest benefit. And I walk with you, faith. And as you keep walking with faith, then something wonderful happens. Conviction. Conviction comes in. Conviction is the nutrient. It's the energetic nutrient. It's your frequency B12 boost. Hello, Charmine. It's your frequency boost that will shoot you into knowing that you can bring about what you want to bring about, that you will be given all the things necessary for you to get to where you want to get to. Conviction shoots out this pathway for you that you know you are walking in, and you are walking towards that desire of yours, regardless of what comes in, regardless of what oppositions or objections or whatever comes in the way. Conviction has created this freeway, if you will, this frequency freeway for you that constantly propels you forward and also pulls you forward and gives you the light to keep walking. So conviction, my friends, is, what do I want to say here, really? Conviction is the place, the space that you want to be walking in. Because when you're walking in conviction, you become unstoppable. You become unstoppable because you know it in your whole body that what you are here to bring cannot be anything but your truth. And ultimately, we are here to live our truth, because in our truth we find our freedom. And this is the year of freedom also for each and every one of us who dare to step in their truth, to live in freedom. Because in freedom, together as a collective, we create the new humanity, the new consciousness in humanity. Because we are made of love, so we are here to create in love. We are here to live in love. And even though one might say, well, look in the world, look at where all the chaos, is that what we choose to focus on and recreate? Because remember, where you put your focus is what you keep bringing about, is what you keep feeding. When you are walking in conviction, in your truth, in your freedom, that is where your focus is. And if that's what you keep stepping in and walking in your individual life, the ripple effect of that, the impact of that, is going to ripple through your loved ones, your family, your community, the whole world. And the more and more of us who understand this, who walk in this, and we have now bigger and bigger communities who see this, my friends, we are changing the world. We are changing the world from within. Whew, I get the chills. Whew, I get the chills. So I feel good with this now. I'm going to conclude this. I'm going to come back tomorrow also. I'm going to come back for the next 365 for 3 days. And we're going to keep building this up because we're walking this together. Okay? We're walking this together. I am excited to support you in this. If you'd like more information, just reach out to me. I have frequency deep dives in this and other wonderful supportive classes. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. And I'm out.